Okay, don't judge me on how swollen my eyes are. It's been a rough last couple days. So, I just want to thank the universe. We've all been through some tough times, right? And I got triggered this week through another tough time that triggered some old wounds, which ultimately I'm grateful for because I get to move through them. So what had happened? What had happened was I have an old wound of being abandoned, and it happened when my husband left me. He cheated on me, whatever, and left. And then I had a roommate leave, and it was crazy, and she freaking broke her femur trying to leave. Like, it was not very ethical. And I just had a roommate who was a friend of mine for years. I actually did like wellness stuff with him. He's actually training to be a physical therapist, and he just dipped out on me. Yesterday morning, actually it was a day and a half ago, but I didn't find out until yesterday morning that he dipped out on rent day. And I was really disappointed. He literally moved all his stuff out, and he left all his shit for me to clean up before I'm moving out, knowing how expensive the house is and everything. Scheduled to move out end of August, but just dipped out. So I want to talk about the pivot and everything, because I've talked about the pivot before for real. And the pivot's really important because ultimately I got out of my lease a month early, which saves me like over $4,000, which is crazy. And I have had a tribe of people come in that has been like no other. And what I've realized in the last 36 hours is that I have more people that love me than I ever knew. And I support people all the time, and I try to feel supported, but I don't think I've ever received so much love as I have. So even like I had a friend, two friends, Colleen and Rhonda, they own Therapy Day Spa, and I was on the phone crying with them last night, and they came to my house today when I was at work at the Hidden Spa, and they just tried to fix my garage and everything. Like, my tribe of people is insane. And I just want to talk about the pivot. Like, my dad is going to come next week, and he's going to bring his truck and his trailer. I'm going to be moving back to the Bay a month earlier, probably 6 weeks earlier than I thought. But, to see the blessings and the fuckery, right? And I knew that when I found my housemate's room empty, and I knew he had ditched me on rent day, I felt it in my belly. $1,700 plus he already owed me $500, and supposedly was a friend. I couldn't believe it. And he left his shit, like carpet dirty, like so much for me to clean up. Even his fucking bidet in the room. Like, we have to take out the thing that cleaned his ass. How gross is that? Like the scum of the earth, right? So, but too, like, my son went to bat, and he sent him the craziest ass message. It was like, you give black men a bad name, like, literally. And he's like, karma's a motherfucker. So I'm just saying, like, pivot, right? We've talked about the pivot before. And so I've really had to pivot this week. And to my friend Rosie, like, I called her yesterday morning, and I was like, and she actually introduced me to the guy that I lived with, and she felt so bad. But I was over for dinner with her last night, and just community and love and family. So I just want to say that the pivot's important. Like, yesterday morning I was devastated, and today I'm still mad, but I am knowing that the universe does everything on purpose, even through my divorce. Like, I didn't know that then, but I know that now. That was 13 years ago when that happened, in 2013. And so, but re-triggering the wounds, right? And so, fuck my ex-roommate and all the things, and may his actions continue to live with him. But I'm not going to be angry. Like, I refuse to give anybody my energy. And so I just wanted to be real. I wanted to make a video yesterday. I started to, but I was so angry, and I had to delete it. So I feel so much better today. The house is peaceful, and I'm here until I leave. And my goddaughter and her babies will be here this weekend. My son's helping me take care of everything. My friends are helping me. My dad will be here next week, and then we'll be leaving. So I just want to remind you that the pivot's important, and continue to accept what the universe gives to you, and know that even though it may be so fucked, that to trust that like everything happens how it's supposed to. So I am grateful, and I am definitely aware, and I'm present. I cried more yesterday than I probably have in 10 years. I felt so betrayed, but it's not about him. It's not about any of them. It's just about me clearing the wounds. So I'm done. I'm officially done at Sanctuary 927 at this beautiful place that I get to live at, and have had the honor of being the guardian of for 6.5 years. So the season is coming to a close, and I'm honored. So thanks for listening, but I just want to I want you to remember to pivot and know that everything happens how it's supposed to, even if it's painful. It's okay. I'm going to get to go be with my family, and my other son is there, and all my sisters, and so just trust in your process. Sorry to be emotional, but just lean into your community and remember that you can be received too.